What's going on, fish friends? Follow along as I set up this 10-gallon aquarium. It's going to be a really basic planted aquarium, something that anyone could set up. Feel free to copy this exact layout or just take some inspiration from it. So this is my first time setting up an AquaZen tank. I usually just buy used all-in-one tanks like Fluval Specs or Flexes, but I got a great deal from my local aquarium supply company and figured I'd give it a shot, see how it works. And since I own a local business, I could set up a lot of these aquariums and just sell it to my clients as a preset tank basically. So this is going to be like a trial round. We'll see how this does. I've used some of these products before. I know Hydra is a great brand. This is a nifty little tank. It's the Ultra Clear. I've never bought the Ultra Clear before, so that's pretty exciting. It's got some really fine silicone work compared to the cheapy Aquarium tanks that I normally buy. So this should be a fun little project. Let's get going. All right, so we got a planted aquarium light. It's a Hydra, not the top of the line light, but it's a really cool light. I think that maybe for growing plants, it's not the best, but fish really pop with it. So things are gonna look cool in here. A couple things, a little fertilizer, dechlorinator, a corner filter. I usually use external filters, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it's not too big of an eyesore. And then some scape or strata, basically soil. I think that this is probably not going to be enough. I guess we'll see. And this is cool. It comes with a little foam pad. Anytime you use a all glass aquarium, you need to have a foam pad underneath. If you just unboxed the tank, what's up, Henry? If you just unboxed the tank, you're gonna want to rinse out the innards of it because it's been in a factory and there's all sorts of dust and debris in there. Nothing too crazy. Sponge, wipe it down, and then just take a towel and clean it off. Basically, I like to use this kind of soil, little pellets. You can also use dirt from outside or from the like Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. So open her up, pour her out. That's actually more soil than I thought we would get out of that bag. Probably going to add just a little bit more to the back to give it a little slope. Okay, time to bust some light out. Then I'm just gonna slope up the soil. I always like to kind of have one high point. I'm gonna pile the rocks around here and a little bit of wood. So it always helps to just slope things up towards the back. Okay, it's time to set up the hardscape. That just means sticks and stones. I got one stick here and a few stones. Very, very simple layout. Some things to think about when you're setting up the hardscape. I know that I'm going to be using a lot of plants, so rather than using a lot of small pieces, I'm just going to use a few kind of really big, impactful ones. It's nice to get a little bit of shade. Cast a shadow. It just adds like a little extra dimension to the tank. Something like this, I want this to hang over a little bit, but I'm having a hard time, so bear with me a sec. I'm gonna grab a little stone to wedge under it so that it doesn't fall over. Something like this. Wedge it right there, and that'll just give it the support that it needs. Move over here a little bit. Cool. And then wood, when we put wood in a fish tank, unless it's been underwater for a while, it's gonna float. So I'm gonna need to basically stick a rock on top of it to make sure that it stays submerged. And right now I think this is a little too central, just like it looks kind of symmetrical. What's really nice is when you have a little bit of a off balance design, it just kind of looks more natural. So I'm going to shift everything over just a tad in this direction. Like that. I think that looks a lot nicer. And things will make more sense when I get the plants in here. But then absolutely must do this is wedge a rock right there, at least for now. Oh, that's not good. Okay, now for the most fun part, planting. I just grabbed a bunch of clippings of this plant from my big tank. It's called Heteranthera zosterofolia, aka stargrass. It's a really pretty plant. It grows very quickly and it's pretty easy to take care of. You don't need CO2, you don't need fancy lighting, but you do need moderate intensity. Under really dim lighting, it'll exist and grow a little bit, but it's not really going to fill in, and it's not going to have these nice vegged out leaves. So yeah, in order to get the clippings, all I did was just basically give these big bushes a haircut, and then take the little hairs or the clippings, the stems, and then all I'm going to do is plant those in the soil. In the meantime, while I got them on this tray, I got to make sure that I'm wetting them down every now and then like this, because they will dry out. They are aquatic plants after all. I'm going to be putting the tallest ones around this area here. I want this to kind of be an island, like it'll go up and then down like that with the shape. And we'll keep the ones up front trimmed really short. Okay, really simple. In order to plant, all I'm going to do is take my planting forceps, grab the base of the plant like that, bring it over here, and then just shove it in the soil. Then I didn't leave space for the filter, so I just took out a few sprigs of the plants in this back corner, and it's a pretty sleek little design. I've set it up with a spray bar, and then I'll use those sprigs to fill in some of these sparse areas once I fill the tank. All in all, I'd have to say I absolutely love this setup. The light is really perfect. I have it set on this 24/7 mode. All I did was push it once in the morning when I wanted it to start, and then it goes for like 12 or 14 hours, I can't remember. And it has like a natural sunrise and sunset mode where the colors get a little orange and yellow. It's obviously strong enough to grow plants, but it's not attracting a ton of algae. It's been really easy to maintain. I just threw some fish in today, so we'll see if things get a little dirtier. But I'm definitely going to be buying more of these tanks and setting them up just as something for my business to sell to clients who want a fully established, cycled, planted aquarium ready to go that they can just throw some fish in. So if you live in the Front Range, then want one of these, get in touch with me. That's it for today. Thanks so much. I really appreciate you watching the whole video. If you did enjoy it, please hit that like, subscribe button, drop a comment, let me know you enjoyed it. I do put a lot of time in this channel and appreciate your support for the channel. Until next time, see ya.